welcome back to the Story Minutes YouTube channel. Today I'll be telling you the story of the movie Tad the Lost Explorer. This story is about a boy named Tad who has always dreamed of being an explorer, and people always make fun of him of never finding any treasures, but he's always determined to find treasure. And then one day at his grandma's house, he finds gold in the backyard. And when he brought it inside to show his grandma, she said that it belonged to his father and that it was his good luck charm. And Tad was so proud that he knew he wasn't a loser. But then, during night, he got spooked out by mummies. And then he made a promise to himself, saying this: "I won't be afraid of mummies once I grow up. I'll be the best explorer in the world." And as those years go by, instead, he's a construction worker stacking bricks, and he always imagines about finding stuff in the muck that you use for concrete. And then during that day, he gets fired as a builder, and he doesn't care because he anyway wants to be an explorer. And so that's when he goes to his professor because he found a what it looks like bottle that looks from hundreds and thousands of years ago. So he goes to the local museum where his friend the professor is, and he goes to him. But unfortunately, it's not real treasure. It's just an old Coca-Cola bottle made of glass. And then Tad is so frustrated that he literally yells inside of the museum. He had always wanted to be like his hero, Max Morden, the famous explorer. And then the professor gets a letter from Max Morden saying he had found half of the tablet, which was in Peru. And so the professor says he must go immediately on a flight to Peru. But on the way, he gets into an accident, and then he asks Tad to give him his pills, and Tad gives the pills, but he gives the wrong one, and he falls asleep, because it turns out Tad gave sleeping pills instead of the pills he asked for. So then, Tad has to go on an adventure, taking the professor's place. That's when he meets a guy named Freddy, and along with Tad's dog Jeff, they go on an adventure. But the Odysseus kidnap him, and then a person he has a crush on named Sarah and Freddy go after him, and they're able to save him along with the dog. And so when they do, they go on the train and they ride along, and the dog accidentally eats a navigator, which makes the Odysseus able to navigate them and track them down, which is why they found them on the train and they almost took the tablet. But then they're able to escape into the city town, and then they get on a Burger's hot air balloon, which they're able to manage to go by. But since Jeff the dog eats the tracking device, he doesn't feel good and throws up on the hot air balloon. But that still makes the Odysseus able to track them, and they capture them along with Max Morden, which happens to be Sarah's boyfriend. And yeah, so they're able to get the tablet from Sarah, Tad, Freddy, and Jeff, along with Sarah's bird friend. And they find out that the Odysseus had also kidnapped Sarah's father, who was an archaeologist. And so, when Odysseus asks Sarah's father to read what's on the board of what's given on the tablet, he tries to hint Sarah, Tad, and Freddy all the hints he can possibly give them. And so they're able to find out. And then the Odysseus mistakenly go to the desert to dig for the golden statue when it's actually in the lost city. So they're able to read the map, but then the building collides, and so they have to escape quickly. And so Sarah finds out when the map, it says Mother Nature. So they go to the jungle and they find the entrance where they find out Max Morden actually is the boss of the Odysseus people. And Sarah slaps the heck out of him. And so they capture them and they find a mummy underground who is trying to kill them badly. They go on ropes and Tad fights Max Morden, and when he finds the right rope to make the entrance to the golden statue, Tad goes after them, and the Odysseus people that were with them, except for Max Morden, die because since the ropes had booby traps, and so they died. And so the mummy tries to kill Max Morden with his statue buddy, but he's able to take the sticks that control the statue guy from the mummy, and he starts to attack Tad. And so, when he's able to get the golden statue, he becomes immortal, and Tad is mad, but then the mummy says, wait a minute, and so Max Morden turns into a mummy. And so the mummy says, you may be immortal, but it's not what you think it is. So then, Tad and Sarah start dating, and they're able to save the mummy's life. And so, Tad gives the mummy his father's gold treasure that he found when he was younger, and they all live happily ever after. And that gold thing that he gave to the mummy was a promise that nobody would ever find about the lost city where the mummies live. And so they all lived happily ever after. And Freddy is still mad that they wouldn't be rich and famous. But Tad tells him that the most important thing is spending time with the people you love, so there's no need to be rich and famous. The end. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. Comment down what story I should post next. I'll see you in the next video.